Yo, Helldivers 2, baby. Can't stop playing this game. You know what it is. Yo.
Economics on the track.
Helldivers 2, what you gonna do? It loves me and it loves you. Automatons coming out of Terminator 2. Terminates out here smelling like poo-poo. But I keep coming back. Major order, kick 'em in the sack. Why can't I stop killing these fools? Cause if we stop now, then liberty is screwed on. Yeah. This produced by ECONGAMER, baby. Woo! You know the track is hot. Helldivers 2. At this point, how haven't you heard of this game if you're on the internet and into gaming at all? It seems to be continuing its crusade and not leaving the eyes of the public anytime soon, with concurrent players continuing to stay at a peak of over 300k, which is pretty insane, like with it being a month after the launch of the game, over a month at this point. And I love that for them and the game. It really shows that people are engaged with this game and they're having fun playing it and want more from it. But why? Why does this game elicit such numbers and desire to want to come around every time a new thing gets added in, like the mech or like a new major order? I'll tell you why. It's called FOMO. Now, I'm sure you heard of FOMO, but in case you don't know what FOMO is, it's an acronym that stands for fear of missing out. And it can be used in a ton of different contexts, those of which primarily being used to originally describe social media interactions. You see someone post on Instagram about how much fun they had at an event that they went to, and you regret not going to said event because of how much fun you potentially missed out on. Now, usually your brain tends to kind of worst case scenario things, meaning you're just sitting there like at home thinking, oh man, I bet there was some alcohol and bitches and strippers and a fucking monster truck rally out back where you got in the truck and it ran over the house and they hired a team of people to rebuild the house in like 3 hours, and then they had Kanye jump out of a plane to announce a new album with you as the cover photo, and then he jerked you off or something. I don't know. But in reality, it was like this. Now look, you tell me in the comments which one looks more fun to you, okay? Essentially, you tend to make up things when in reality, the party wasn't really that fun. But I tell you what is fun. Anyways, you're here for Helldivers. And what the fuck does this have to do with Helldivers, Clam Rally? Well, I'll ask you this. Are you a different animal and the same beast? You're welcome. Now this... This is what I call epic. Now, just to preface this FOMO from Helldivers, I gotta explain to you why I think this game is so successful. And I think it's because of the main pillar of this game. The main pillar of this game's success is its overarching premise and goal, like I mentioned in my last video, protecting and liberating territories of Super Earth. They have managed to already cultivate at its core, a fun video game that any one of the players playing it would be down to clown with this democratic rhetoric. My life for Super Earth. And you know what? So am I. I'm sitting here at work like, man, I could really be liberating planets right about now. And I get this. A tweet from the Helldivers Twitter that says, "This is not a drill. Our factories are getting fucked." They didn't say that. They said our factories are under attack, halting the output of these giant mechs that we've been waiting for. Like, come on. This is some like 10 million IQ level marketing right here. And I'm sitting here stuck at work. I am missing out. And I am in fear that I'm missing out because I could be having fun right now. The game master, Joel, made it so that we won't get our mechs until we rally together and as a community take on this threat to our new content. Like that's such big brain right there. Like there's making things gated like a normal developer. There's making things gated until the release of the content, and then there's giving you an event to do in order to open the gate to this new content. That puts it on you, the player. And if you, the player, don't get on, then guess what? You're missing out. And I'm afraid of that. Now, obviously, I'm not afraid of it. It's just a fucking video game. But like, Helldivers speaks to that whole mindset. If you kind of feel what I'm saying. They speak to both the individual and the community at the same time. Now, hear me out. I think this part's super interesting. This might kind of sound like it's a bit out of left field, but I promise you it'll tie into what I'm talking about. It speaks to this phenomenon that if everyone does their part, we can reach a common goal. But if nobody does their part, nothing will get done. And if we dive a little deeper into that and say, as an individual, well, the job's gonna get done regardless of whether or not I do my part. Why should I even bother? And as the individual, you're absolutely right. You probably will get rewarded with the credits all the same, whether or not you did your part. But on a community level, if everyone partook in that same mindset that you have, that they all have the God-given right to have, then nothing will get done. No rewards will be given. No more Super Earth. No more Super Earth! There are times when the Game Master is going to give us a proper war on two fronts, worse than we have it now. And the community together are going to have to figure out the best ways to deal with these threats. And with these threats, announcements of new stratagems, vehicles, weapons, and what have you are going to be tweeted about again and again and again once Super Earth is under attack. And you know Super Earth was going to be under attack at some point. And we are not going to want to miss out on this new content. Like, the sky is really the limit with this game. And it's so awesome that it makes you, again, not want to miss out on all the fun. But here's the thing. It's not like FOMO in its regular connotation, I'll say. Usually, these AAA devs make live service events and things like battle passes, and then it's like, oh man, if I don't complete this before the time's out, I'm seriously gonna miss out on all the stuff that I literally paid for. But Helldivers is such a fucking Chad that they're like, oh, you can play with these gadgets anytime you want, but we know you want to play with them now. So why don't you hop on and spread some democracy? Again, I'm all in for this Super Earth rhetoric. It kind of reminds me of the good old Halo 3 finish the fight tagline that, you know, made you feel like you were part of this big fight that you've been a part of for years at this point, or at that point rather. But something like Call of Duty is going to be like, oh, squad up with these famous celebrities that I know don't even touch this game. It's so insulting and makes it clear that they're so desperate for cash. Anyways, that was a little bit of a rant, but Helldivers makes me not want to miss out on all the fun. My interest in this game has not waned at all for the time it's been out, and I'm excited to see more from this team. There are goods and there are bads that come from this game, and I will probably make another video talking about the bad stuff about Helldivers, just to be totally transparent that I don't think this game is perfect, but that'll come out at some point soon. But regardless of that, I'm just excited to see more from this team. But if you guys like this video, please hit that subscribe button if you're new, and like if you enjoyed this video. There will be more content like this coming throughout the year, and I'm excited to have you on board. And thank you for all the kind words and comments that you leave on the video. And guys, fucking Lex reacted to my Con Zombies video. I know it's been a while since then, but I've taken a break from uploading for a while. But dude, big shouts to Lex for watching the video. I got some more stuff coming for you to watch, so you stay tuned. But until next time, your boy Clambo is out of here. See ya.